Good morning. It is an honor to speak to you at this sacred hour of the day. Yes, I say sacred because there is something extraordinary about this time. Between 3 a.m. and 5 a.m., most of the world sleeps. But for those who choose to wake up, this is when true power is cultivated. I want to challenge you to understand the tremendous opportunity that lies in these quiet hours. While the rest of the world rests, this is when you can rise above the noise and focus on something greater than the ordinary. The early morning hours are like a blank canvas where you have the chance to create your masterpiece for the day. In this stillness, you tap into something deep inside of you. It's a moment where distractions are few and the noise of the world is absent. This is the time for introspection, for reflection, for prayer, and for deep thought. The silence during this period allows you to listen to your heart, to align with your purpose, and to hear the quiet voice of inspiration guiding you to greatness. Now, it is easy to sleep in. It is comfortable. The warmth of the bed calls to you. But true greatness is born out of the willingness to step outside of that comfort zone. To rise early is not just about waking up. It's about embracing a discipline that sets the tone for your entire life. It's about mastering your mind and overcoming the temptation to indulge in ease. Waking up early is a choice, a deliberate decision to move from mediocrity to excellence. And when you wake up, don't just wake up to exist, wake up to thrive, wake up with intention. Use these hours to pray, to seek guidance, to connect with your purpose. Whether it's through prayer, meditation, or simply reflecting on your goals, you're shaping the course of your life in those moments. But these hours are not just for spiritual development. They are also for intellectual growth. This is the time to read, to study, to learn something new, to develop the skills that will elevate you. Use these hours to invest in yourself because the world will not wait for you. The opportunities will not come knocking unless you are prepared. You must also understand that greatness does not come by accident. It is forged in the quiet moments, in the unseen hours. The habits you build during this time are what will determine your future success. If you want to stand out in a crowded world, you must do what others are not willing to do. And that means making the decision to rise early, to commit to this sacred time, and to use it to work on yourself. Finally, let me say this. These early hours are a call to greatness. They are an invitation to step into the life you were meant to live. The seeds of your dreams, your visions, your aspirations are planted during these moments. The question is, will you seize the opportunity? Today, I encourage you to embrace the early hours. Make them your time of empowerment. Make them the time where you prepare yourself for the challenges ahead, where you connect with your true potential, and where you align your purpose with your actions. This is the beginning of something extraordinary. There is something truly transformative about the early hours of the day, a quiet power that many overlook. The world is still. The noise of the day has not yet begun, and in these precious moments, a unique energy fills the air. It's a time when distractions are minimal, when the rest of the world is asleep, and the potential for personal growth and reflection is unmatched. These hours, between 3 and 5 a.m., offer an opportunity that is simply not available at any other time of day. In the early hours, you are alone with your thoughts, with no external pressures, no demands pulling at you. It is in this space that you can connect with your higher self, where clarity emerges from the stillness. The world hasn't yet encroached upon this time with its busyness, allowing you to truly focus on what matters most. The quiet becomes a canvas for your mind, and in this quiet you have the chance to see the world and yourself clearly. This time offers more than just the promise of peace. It is a time to reflect on your goals, to connect with your deeper purpose, and to renew your vision for the future. It is during these early hours that your mind is sharp and your thoughts are undisturbed by the chaos that will inevitably follow later in the day. You have the space to think, to dream, to plan, and to create. It is the ideal time to strategize and align your actions with your deeper purpose. But this time is also a time of power. When you wake up early, you are taking control of your day before the day even begins. The discipline it takes to rise while the world sleeps is a strength that builds momentum for the rest of your life. Every moment spent in these early hours is a commitment to your success, to your growth, to your potential. The power lies not just in the time itself, but in how you choose to use it. When you awaken at this hour, you're making a statement to yourself that you are not willing to let another day slip by without giving it your all. These early hours are a precious gift. They are a time for internal reflection, personal development, and spiritual connection. It is a period when you can do more than just survive the day. You can set the stage for your greatest achievement. By recognizing the value of these hours and using them to invest in yourself, you take the first step toward unlocking your true potential. The beauty of the early hours is not in what you do in them, but in the consistency with which you return to them. Each morning, as you choose to wake up early, you reinforce the power you have to shape your life. Through this daily commitment, you start to harness the energy and focus that these quiet hours offer, creating habits that will empower you for a lifetime. The early morning is not just a time, but a mindset, a powerful reminder that you are in control of your journey, starting with the first moments of each day. The quietude of the night holds a profound significance that often goes unnoticed in the rush of daily life. When the world is asleep, there is a peace that blankets the earth, a stillness that is both rare and precious. It is in this silence that we can hear our own thoughts clearly, where the noise of everyday distractions fades into the background and the soul can find rest and clarity. The calmness of the night allows us to connect with the deepest parts of ourselves, away from the constant pull of external demands and influences. This peaceful period provides an opportunity to step away from the noise of the day. When the world quiets down, there is space for reflection and contemplation. It is in these still moments that we often find answers to questions that have been plaguing us, or clarity on decisions we have been struggling with. The quietude allows the mind to settle, allowing for deep thoughts and meaningful insights to surface. There's no rush, no immediate pressure to respond or react, only the freedom to think and be present with ourselves. The night also offers a unique environment for spiritual connection. When the world sleeps, the atmosphere feels sacred, as though the universe itself is still. For those who seek spiritual renewal or guidance, the quiet of the night provides the perfect setting. In this stillness, you can tune into something greater than yourself, a source of wisdom, peace, and understanding. The world slows down, allowing for deep prayer, meditation, or contemplation, where one can truly connect with their purpose and higher calling. It is a time when the distractions of daily life do not interfere, and we can hear the whisper of divine guidance. The quiet of the night offers us the chance to connect with our inner thoughts and desires without the constant bombardment of outside influence. During the day, the noise of society, work, and responsibilities often drowns out our true voices. But in the stillness of the night, we are left with our raw, authentic selves. It is a time to understand our fears, our hopes, and our aspirations on a deeper level. This quietude is a moment of personal intimacy with our inner being, where we can examine our hearts, our motives, and our direction in life. What is most powerful about the quietude of the night is that it allows us to pause, reflect, and be still. It gives us the time to align ourselves, to reset our minds, and to recalibrate our spirits. It is a time of peace and restoration, a moment where we can reconnect with who we truly are without the noise of the world clouding our vision. It is in this space that we can truly begin to hear the truth that resides deep within, guiding us toward our higher purpose. Unlocking potential is not just about discovering hidden talents or abilities. It's about creating the conditions that allow those talents to emerge and flourish. It requires an awareness of your own power and the willingness to step into it, knowing that the potential within you has always been there, waiting to be unlocked. It is a process that begins with self-awareness, where you recognize that you are capable of achieving greatness no matter what limitations or obstacles may seem to stand in your way. The journey to unlocking your potential starts with the understanding that you possess something unique, something that only you can bring into the world. In order to unlock your potential, you must first confront your limitations. These limitations are often self-imposed, shaped by fear, doubt, or past experiences. They're the barriers that keep you from stepping fully into who you are meant to be. But within each limitation lies the opportunity for growth. When you recognize these barriers and face them head on, you create an opportunity for transformation. It is in the act of overcoming these perceived limitations that you begin to realize the vastness of your own capabilities. You break free from the constraints of self-doubt and open yourself to the possibility of becoming more than you ever thought possible. The process of unlocking potential also involves taking action. It's not enough to simply know that you are capable of great things. You must put in the work. Potential is not a passive state. It requires energy, effort, and a commitment to continuous growth. This means developing new skills, acquiring knowledge, and pushing yourself beyond your comfort zone. It means embracing challenges as opportunities for learning and growth. As you take consistent action toward your goals, you begin to tap into a reservoir of untapped strength and ability, propelling yourself toward a higher level of achievement. Another key to unlocking your potential is the cultivation of a mindset that supports growth. This mindset sees failure as a stepping stone, not a roadblock, and understands that every setback is simply a lesson on the path to success. When you adopt a growth-oriented mindset, you start to view challenges not as threats, but as opportunities to expand your understanding and push your boundaries. This mindset fuels your ability to keep moving forward even when the road gets tough, because you know that each effort is bringing you closer to realizing your full potential. There is also a spiritual aspect to unlocking potential. It requires faith, not only in your own abilities, but also in the greater forces that guide and support you. It's about recognizing that there is something larger than yourself that is working in your favor, whether you call it the universe, a higher power, or divine guidance. When you trust in this larger force, you open yourself to inspiration, direction, and the strength needed to take bold steps forward. This trust allows you to take risks, pursue your dreams, and step into the unknown with confidence. Unlocking your potential is about aligning your actions with your purpose. It's about identifying what truly matters to you and committing to it wholeheartedly. When your actions are in alignment with your deepest values and passions, you find the strength and resilience to push through challenges, knowing that what you're doing is meaningful and significant. The more you tap into your purpose, the more you uncover the depths of your potential, and the more you are able to contribute to the world in a way that only you can. Unlocking potential is not a one-time event, but a continuous process. It's about growth, self-discovery, and constantly striving to become more. It's about overcoming the internal and external forces that hold you back and stepping into the greatness that lies within you. The journey may not always be easy, but with persistence, faith, and a willingness to act, you can unlock the extraordinary potential that is waiting to be realized. The discipline of consistency is one of the most powerful forces that shapes our lives and determines the trajectory of our success. It is not in grand, sporadic efforts that greatness is achieved, but in the quiet, unwavering commitment to showing up every single day. Consistency is the key that unlocks the door to mastery, progress, and transformation. It is the willingness to do what needs to be done, not just once or twice, but regularly, even when it feels difficult or when the results are not immediately apparent. To embrace consistency means to cultivate a mindset that values long-term growth over short-term gratification. It requires patience, dedication, and resilience. In a world that often seeks quick fixes and instant success, the discipline of consistency stands in stark contrast. It teaches us that true progress comes from the compound effect of repeated actions, no matter how small they may seem at first. Every small step taken consistently builds upon the last, slowly but surely propelling us toward our larger goals. Consistency also builds character. It is through the daily practice of doing what we know we should do, even when we don't feel like it, that we develop the habits and traits that define who we are. It requires us to push through moments of doubt, fatigue, and temptation. It demands that we rise above the distractions that seek to pull us away from our purpose. Each day we choose consistency, we strengthen our resolve, our willpower, and our ability to persevere in the face of challenge. The beauty of consistency lies in its ability to transform seemingly mundane tasks into powerful tools for growth. When we consistently dedicate time to learning, improving, and working toward our goals, we begin to see exponential growth over time. The consistency of effort compounds, and the small daily actions we take accumulate into significant progress. It is not the occasional burst of effort that leads to success, but the steadfast, consistent commitment to moving forward, no matter the circumstances. Consistency also builds trust in ourselves and in others. When we are consistent, we show ourselves that we are reliable and capable of achieving what we set our minds to. This sense of trust becomes the foundation upon which our confidence is built. Furthermore, our consistency in actions and behaviors creates a ripple effect, influencing those around us. People begin to trust us because they know that they can rely on our actions, not just our words. Consistency cultivates a sense of dependability, which is an essential trait in personal and professional relationships. Through consistency, we also learn to embrace discipline in its truest form. Discipline is not about rigid rules or harsh restrictions, but about the inner strength to stay committed to a purpose and continue toward it, no matter how challenging or uncertain the path may be. It is the consistency of effort that makes the difference between those who achieve their goals and those who give up halfway through. Without consistency, even the most inspiring vision or dream will remain just that, a vision without tangible results. In the pursuit of any goal or aspiration, the discipline of consistency is what separates those who succeed from those who falter. It is the invisible thread that weaves through every achievement, every breakthrough, and every moment of progress. When we make consistency a priority in our lives, we are laying the foundation for long-term success and personal fulfillment. It is not the dramatic moments of action that define our success, but the quiet, consistent steps we take every day, relentlessly pushing forward no matter how small the steps may seem. The strength of prayer and reflection is often an untapped well of power, offering profound guidance, peace, and clarity to those who take the time to connect with their inner selves and with something greater than themselves. Prayer is not simply a religious practice. It is a way of aligning oneself with purpose, seeking wisdom, and acknowledging that there is a force beyond our own understanding that guides and sustains us. Reflection, similarly, is a tool of self-awareness and growth, providing an opportunity to pause and listen to the deeper currents of our lives. Together, they create a powerful synergy that can bring about transformation not only in our external circumstances, but also in our internal world. In prayer, we open ourselves to a space of vulnerability, surrendering our will to the divine and inviting guidance. It is a moment where we let go of our need to control everything and trust that a higher power has a plan for us, even when the road ahead seems unclear. Prayer is an act of faith, and faith is the anchor that keeps us grounded when the storms of life come. It is through prayer that we find the strength to face challenges, the courage to move forward, and the peace to accept things as they are while trusting in what is to come. Prayer is the act of communicating with the divine, but is also the act of listening, allowing the answers to emerge from within us as we seek the wisdom we need. Reflection is equally as powerful because it provides a space to understand ourselves, our motivations, and the events of our lives with greater clarity. When we take the time to reflect, we are stepping back from the noise of everyday life and examining our actions, thoughts, and feelings with an open heart and mind. Reflection allows us to see where we have been, understand where we are now, and determine where we want to go. It's in this space of quiet contemplation that we begin to understand the patterns of our lives, recognize areas where we need to grow, and make decisions aligned with our highest good. The act of reflecting offers an opportunity to correct course when necessary and to reaffirm our commitments to our purpose and values. Both prayer and reflection offer moments of stillness in a busy world, times to pause and reset, to reconnect with what truly matters. In prayer, we seek divine wisdom, and in reflection, we uncover the wisdom within ourselves. This combination of external and internal dialogue is where true growth happens. Prayer connects us to something greater, grounding us in faith and providing strength when we are weak. Reflection, on the other hand, helps us grow from the inside out, fostering self-awareness and understanding. Together, these practices give us the strength to navigate life's challenges with a sense of peace, purpose, and direction. When we engage in prayer and reflection regularly, we build a strong foundation for our lives. These practices become anchors in times of uncertainty, reminding us of our values, our purpose, and our connection to something larger than ourselves. They give us the strength to persevere, the wisdom to make better choices, and the courage to take bold steps forward. In a world that often values action over contemplation, prayer and reflection remind us of the importance of slowing down, of listening more deeply, and of taking time to reconnect with our inner selves. In doing so, we draw on an inner strength that can carry us through any circumstance with grace. Through prayer, we release our burdens and find peace, while reflection helps us make sense of our experiences and grow from them. Both practices create a space for alignment within ourselves, allowing us to better understand our purpose and live in harmony with it. They help us unlock the wisdom and strength that reside within us, enabling us to live more consciously and intentionally. When we make prayer and reflection a part of our daily lives, we tap into a well of strength that guides us through life's most difficult moments, empowering us to live in alignment with our highest aspiration. Time is one of the most precious resources we have, and yet it often feels as though it is something we cannot control. It slips away quietly, often unnoticed, until we find ourselves looking back and wondering where it went. But time, in its essence, is a gift that is not to be taken for granted. Every moment we are given is an opportunity to make choices that shape the course of our lives. How we choose to use our time ultimately defines who we are and what we will become. The gift of time is not just about the hours or days that pass, but about the opportunities within each moment to grow, learn, and evolve. Time offers us the chance to reflect, to reset, and to reorient ourselves toward our purpose. It is in how we use our time that we determine whether we are living intentionally or simply letting life happen to us. Each day, we are given a new opportunity to choose what we will focus on, what we will nurture, and what we will let go of. The gift of time allows us to focus on the things that matter most, whether that's our relationships, our personal growth, or our impact on the world. There is an inherent power in how we decide to use the time we have. It's easy to fall into habits of procrastination or to waste time on things that do not contribute to our goals or well-being. However, every minute spent mindfully, every moment invested in something meaningful, compounds over time, creating lasting effects on our lives. Whether it's dedicating time to learning a new skill, nurturing relationships, or working toward a long-term goal, the consistent investment of time in the right places brings profound rewards. In this sense, time itself becomes a vehicle for personal transformation and growth. The gift of time is also about the space it creates for rest and renewal. Time is not just for doing and achieving, it is also for being. The moments we take to rest, reflect, and rejuvenate are as important as the moments of action. Time allows us to replenish our energy, to reconnect with our inner selves, and to gain perspective on our lives. Without this balance, the gift of time can become a burden rather than a blessing. By embracing both productivity and rest, we create a rhythm in our lives that allows us to show up as our best selves. Time is also a teacher. It has a way of revealing things to us that we may not have seen in the rush of daily life. With time, we gain perspective on our past decisions, on our present circumstances, and on our future possibilities. We realize that things are rarely as urgent as they seem in the moment, and we learn to make decisions based on a longer-term view rather than reacting impulsively. The more we use time wisely, the more we realize that it is not something we can hold on to, but something that must be honored in the present moment. By recognizing its value, we learn to make each moment count. The gift of time also provides us with the opportunity to leave a legacy. Every moment we live, every choice we make, contributes to the story we will leave behind. How we spend our time today impacts the lives of those around us, whether through the work we do, the love we give, or the values we instill in others. Time is a thread that connects us to our future and to the generations that will follow. It is a resource that, when used with purpose, can have far-reaching effects beyond our own lifetime. Time is a gift because it is finite. It forces us to make choices, to prioritize, and to focus on what truly matters. It calls us to live intentionally, to be present, and to fully engage in the life we are given. Time is a reminder that we are not here forever, and that every moment is an opportunity to create, to connect, and to contribute. When we recognize the gift of time, we can begin to use it in ways that bring us fulfillment, growth, and meaning, creating a life that is rich with purpose and significance. Time, in all its fleeting nature, invites us to live with intention, to honor each moment, and to embrace the fullness of the life we have been given. Time for learning and growth is one of the most valuable gifts we can give ourselves. In a world that constantly demands more of us, it is easy to overlook the importance of taking time to develop our minds, skills, and perspectives. Yet, it is this very time for growth that shapes our potential, broadens our horizons, and ultimately allows us to create the life we envision. Learning is not a one-time event, but a continuous journey that enriches our understanding of ourselves and the world around us. Growth, likewise, is not simply about accumulating knowledge, but about transforming that knowledge into wisdom, application, and action. When we dedicate time to learning, we open ourselves to new possibilities, new ideas, and new ways of thinking. This process involves not just absorbing information, but questioning, challenging, and reflecting on what we learn. True learning happens when we engage with the material in a way that deepens our understanding, encourages us to think critically, and stretches the boundaries of our own thinking. Time spent learning is an investment in our future selves. Whether we are acquiring new skills, deepening our knowledge in a particular field, or expanding our personal awareness, learning helps us grow in ways that are often not immediately visible, but have profound effects over time. Growth, on the other hand, is the active process of applying what we learn to our lives. It is through the intentional application of new knowledge and insights that we transform. Learning without growth is like planting seeds without nurturing the soil. Growth requires effort, patience, and a willingness to step outside of our comfort zones. It is about taking risks, making mistakes, and continuously evolving. The process of growth is not always easy. It requires us to confront challenges, navigate obstacles, and sometimes experience discomfort. However, it is precisely through these challenges that we build resilience, develop new strengths, and expand our capacity to deal with future challenges. The time we dedicate to learning and growth allows us to continually evolve, staying relevant in a world that is constantly changing. Without the commitment to learning, we risk stagnation, becoming disconnected from new developments, trends, and opportunities. Learning keeps our minds agile and adaptable, equipping us with the tools to navigate an ever-changing landscape. Growth, in this sense, is about remaining flexible and open to new ideas, even when they challenge our preconceptions or force us to reconsider old beliefs. In this way, the time spent learning and growing ensures that we continue to evolve with the world rather than being left behind. Investing time in learning also has the power to transform the way we approach challenges. The more we learn, the more we realize that solutions are rarely black and white. Complex problems often require creative, nuanced thinking and the ability to pull from a wide range of experiences and knowledge. As we grow, we develop the skills to approach challenges with a new mindset, seeing them not as obstacles, but as opportunities for innovation and improvement. Learning and growth teach us that failure is not something to fear, but a natural part of the process. It is through failure that we often learn the most valuable lessons, and it is the willingness to keep learning from those failures that fuels continuous growth. The time we set aside for learning and growth is essential for our personal well-being. When we engage in learning, we are not only developing our intellectual capacities, but also nurturing our sense of purpose, fulfillment, and self-worth. Learning can be a deeply rewarding experience, one that brings a sense of accomplishment and satisfaction. Growth helps us cultivate a sense of pride in our abilities, reinforcing our confidence and sense of self-efficacy. And our prosperity we need becomes a sense of self-efficacy. By dedicating time to learning and growth, we enrich our lives not only with knowledge, but with a deeper connection to our own potential. As we continue on our journey of learning and growth, it is important to recognize that this time is never wasted. Even in moments where the progress feels slow, where challenges seem overwhelming, or when the results are not immediately visible, the time spent on learning and growth is always laying the foundation for something greater. Every book we read, every course we take, every new skill we acquire is an investment that compounds over time, expanding our capabilities and enriching our lives. Ultimately, the time for learning and growth is an investment in our future, one that helps us step more fully into our potential, shape our destiny, and contribute to the world in a meaningful way. Aligning purpose with action is the process of ensuring that the things we do every day are in harmony with the deeper reasons why we do them. It is about bridging the gap between our intentions and our behaviors, allowing us to live with intention, integrity, and authenticity. When we align our actions with our purpose, we create a powerful synergy that propels us toward our goals, fuels our motivation, and provides us with a sense of fulfillment. Without this alignment, we may find ourselves working hard without a clear sense of direction, feeling disconnected from the work we do or the life we live. At the heart of aligning purpose with action is self-awareness. It begins with understanding who we are, what we truly value, and what we want to contribute to the world. Purpose is not something that can be defined for us by others or dictated by external circumstances. It is something that arises from deep within, from our values, passions, and the unique experiences that shape our lives. When we are clear on our purpose, we can make decisions that align with that inner truth, choosing actions that reflect our highest aspiration. The challenge, however, is that it is easy to become distracted by the demands of daily life, by external pressures, and by the expectations of others. These distractions can lead us to act in ways that are not aligned with our true purpose. We may find ourselves pursuing goals that do not truly inspire us, or we may become caught up in tasks that drain our energy rather than energize us. This misalignment creates internal conflict, leaving us feeling unfulfilled and disconnected from our deeper desires. To realign our actions with our purpose, we must first become conscious of the ways in which we may be off track and take deliberate steps to course correct. One of the most effective ways to align purpose with action is to create clear, actionable goals that reflect our purpose. Goals act as a roadmap, providing us with direction and a sense of focus. These goals must be specific, measurable, and aligned with our core values. Without clear goals, we risk scattering our energy in 100 different directions, chasing after things that ultimately do not fulfill us. When our goals are connected to our purpose, every action we take brings us closer to fulfilling our deeper desires and contributing meaningfully to the world around us. Aligning purpose with action also requires discipline and consistency. It is not enough to simply know what our purpose is or have a clear set of goals. We must also show up every day and take action toward those goals, even when it is difficult or inconvenient. Purpose-driven action often requires sacrifice, perseverance, and a willingness to stay committed to the process, even when the results are not immediately visible. Consistency builds momentum, and over time, small, purposeful actions compound into significant progress. Furthermore, alignment of purpose and action requires ongoing reflection. It is essential to periodically check in with ourselves, assess whether our actions are still in harmony with our purpose, and make adjustments as needed. Life is dynamic, and our purpose may evolve over time. We may discover new passions, shift our priorities, or gain clarity about what we truly want. In these moments of reflection, we can adjust our actions, realigning them with our current sense of purpose. This practice of regular self-assessment ensures that we stay on track and continue moving in the direction that is most aligned with who we are and what we want to achieve. When purpose and action are aligned, there is a profound sense of fulfillment that arises from within. Our work becomes meaningful because we know that what we are doing is connected to something greater than ourselves. We feel energized, inspired, and deeply satisfied because our daily efforts are in alignment with our values and aspirations. Even in the face of challenges or setbacks, we remain resilient because our actions are fueled by a deeper sense of meaning. There is a clarity and confidence that emerges when purpose and action are aligned, and this clarity provides us with the strength to overcome obstacles and keep moving forward with unwavering determination. The alignment of purpose with action also creates a ripple effect in the world around us. When we act in alignment with our purpose, we become a source of inspiration to others. Our authenticity and dedication to our values inspire those around us to also live with purpose. This alignment creates an energy that is contagious, motivating others to take purposeful action in their own lives. By living in alignment with our purpose, we not only transform our own lives, but also contribute to the positive transformation of the world around us. Aligning purpose with action is the key to living a life of meaning, fulfillment, and impact. It is the bridge between our dreams and our reality, the force that transforms intentions into tangible results. When we align our actions with our deepest purpose, we begin to live in a way that is authentic, intentional, and truly rewarding. It is through this alignment that we experience true success, not just in terms of external achievements, but in the sense of living a life that is deeply connected to who we are at the core of our being. Breaking the barriers of comfort is one of the most transformative and necessary actions we can take in life. It's easy to fall into a routine, to stay in places where we feel secure and familiar. The comfort zone feels like a refuge, a safe space where we know what to expect, and we can rest without the anxiety of uncertainty. Yet, within that safety lies stagnation. Growth cannot occur in the comfort zone. It is outside of it that the real magic happens. The barriers of comfort are paradoxically both a blessing and a limitation. While they provide stability, they also keep us from realizing our true potential. When we decide to break through those barriers, we step into the unknown, a place where fear, doubt, and resistance may arise. However, it is in that very discomfort that growth and transformation await. The discomfort we experience when we venture beyond the familiar is a signal that we are expanding, that we are pushing ourselves toward new possibilities. It is in this space that we develop resilience, adaptability, and the courage to face challenges head on. Without breaking free from comfort, we remain confined, not just physically, but mentally and emotionally as well. Breaking barriers of comfort is not necessarily about making dramatic, sweeping changes all at once. It is about the small, consistent decisions that challenge our current state of being. It could be as simple as trying something new, learning a new skill, or taking on a task that makes us feel uneasy. Each time we step outside our comfort zone, we build a muscle of courage and strength. This process might seem intimidating at first, but with each effort, the discomfort begins to feel more familiar, and the once daunting barrier becomes less formidable. Often, breaking these barriers involves confronting our fears. Fear of failure, fear of judgment, and fear of the unknown can hold us back from reaching our full potential. But fear, when approached with the right mindset, is not something to avoid, it is something to embrace. It is a natural part of the process of growth. To break the barriers of comfort, we must learn to move through fear rather than letting it paralyze us. Fear is a teacher. It shows us where we need to grow, and it points out the areas in our lives where we are holding ourselves back. The more we confront these fears, the more we realize that they are not as powerful as we once believed. As we begin to break through these comfort barriers, we start to realize that our capabilities are far greater than we ever imagined. When we stay within the confines of what we know, we limit ourselves. We only tap into a fraction of our potential. But when we challenge ourselves to try new things, take risks, and push our limits, we uncover hidden talents, untapped creativity, and new strengths. It's when we are pushed to our limits that we discover just how much we are capable of achieving. Breaking barriers of comfort teaches us invaluable lessons in resilience. The journey outside our comfort zone is rarely smooth. There will be failures, setbacks, and moments of doubt. Yet it is through these challenges that we learn the most. Each failure becomes a stepping stone, each setback an opportunity to adjust our approach and improve. It is in these moments that we build the inner strength needed to keep moving forward, even when things don't go as planned. The more we break through our comfort barriers, the more we understand that failure is not an endpoint but a part of the process. In addition to personal growth, breaking the barriers of comfort opens up new opportunities in our lives. When we stay in our comfort zones, we limit the possibilities that can arise. By stepping outside of those boundaries, we create new opportunities for learning, connection, and achievement. We open ourselves to experiences that can expand our horizons, introduce us to new people, and provide us with fresh perspectives. Often, these new experiences lead us to paths we never would have considered had we remained in our comfortable state. Breaking these barriers also influences the way we interact with the world. It enables us to embrace change, be more flexible, and approach challenges with a mindset of curiosity rather than fear. It allows us to be more innovative and creative as we're no longer confined to the ways of thinking or acting that we've always known. When we step outside of our comfort zone, we become more open-minded, more willing to try new things, and more capable of adapting to whatever life throws our way. Breaking the barriers of comfort is not just about achieving success or reaching new heights. It's about becoming the best version of ourselves. It's about the journey of self-discovery and transformation that occurs when we step into the unknown. It's through the process of breaking free from our comfort zones that we learn who we truly are and what we are capable of achieving. Each step taken beyond the familiar, each barrier broken, leads us closer to our highest potential. While the journey may not always be easy, it is always worth it. When we challenge ourselves to break free from the constraints of comfort, we begin to unlock a life filled with possibility, growth, and endless opportunity. Breaking the barriers of comfort is not just an act of courage. It is an essential step in unlocking the fullness of our potential. The safety of our comfort zones may feel reassuring, but it is outside of those boundaries where the greatest opportunities for growth, transformation, and success lie. When we embrace discomfort and confront our fears, we tap into an inner strength we never knew existed. It is through taking risks, learning from failures, and continuously challenging ourselves that we evolve into the person we are meant to be. Remember, the world belongs to those who dare to step beyond what they know, who push themselves past the limitations they once believed were unbreakable. So I challenge you today to take that first step. Break the barriers of comfort and move into the unknown with the confidence that every challenge faced is a chance to grow, to become stronger, and to achieve greatness. You are capable of more than you can imagine. The only thing standing between you and your fullest potential is the decision to step out, to embrace discomfort, and to keep moving forward. The time is now. Step beyond your comfort zone and unleash the greatness within you.